What's up, YouTube? ODST General back again with some hopefully EmergeNYC here. Update 0.7.0 came out while I was gone on vacation. It's now been hotfixed to 0.7.1. But this is a big update. I've kind of talked about it before. Well, it was available to the public in testing, so this is the full release, actually publicly available to everybody. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Update 7.0 is here. We have revisited a lot of the current systems, improved on many things such as lighting, graphics, gameplay, and more. There are also new FDNY and NYPD vehicles, including a new tower ladder and NYPD crime scene unit. A new optimized map option is also included, which removes many of the additional detailed buildings that may have caused some performance issues in the past. Traffic has also been worked on to be a lot more optimized and responsive. There is also a new optimized city map, which we just discussed. I don't know why that's in there twice. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So I've already talked about a lot of these things in the other updates, but before we do anything here, I gotta see if I can get this sound down. Yeah, that master volume's way up again. We're gonna bring that down because that's loud and obnoxious. We're gonna apply that. And that just changed my game's screen mode on my end. Yeah, there we go. Fixed. So, as you can see, guys, the options are a little bit different, I think, than even when I last played. There's some new menu stuff in here. Multiplayer was supposed to be a big focus. I haven't really followed it too closely. When the actual 0.7.0 came out, I was actually on vacation at the day of release, so I was out of state and everything. But we've got our original Manhattan. You know, it's got your iconic buildings such as like the Empire State and probably the World Trade Center stuff. I don't know if that's still in there. You've got your Fire Academy, which hasn't changed on the Manhattan Optimized, which is what we're going to play. Now, I have a pretty good PC, and it's always handled the city fairly well, but even then, you know, you start getting a big fire and stuff, and, you know, with certain emergencies, even my PC tends to take a hit. So, we're going to go ahead and get in here, and hopefully it won't crash. I notice right now, you guys aren't seeing the loading screen on OBS, but I've got a loading screen right now. Hopefully once it's in game, there shouldn't be any issues, but I have had issues with this in the past sometimes. So we'll see what happens with that. It's just going to be a few minutes while this loads up, and you guys should be in with me soon. I do wish they would put in like animated loading screens, that way we knew it was actually working. But you know, it's one of those things, we're just gonna have to wait. The menu sound effects obviously just stopped here. No more obnoxious like car honking and stuff like that, so some peace and quiet for a second. But if you guys haven't seen 0.7.0, it's pretty good. I haven't checked out the tower ladder, I don't think. Can't remember which one the new tower ladder was that they added, so maybe I have used it. Probably. I can't remember anymore. It says it's preloading vehicles. That's a pretty good sign. You guys are actually seeing the loading screen now, which is an even better sign that this is working okay. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we're in game. So since the last time I played, they've had a couple updates. So these are, of course, all the vehicles here. So there's that. All that's pretty much the same as before. We've got the NYPD, which there's actually two new vehicles, not just one. That's the NYPD van and then the crime scene unit. So the van's pretty awesome. I mean, you know, it's still, you can't do anything with these, I mean, other than have them in there for looks, but they're pretty cool looking units. I mean, you know, it's not something I would have expected in the game as a van, but the fact that they put it in there is pretty neat, and it's a good looking vehicle to be sure. There is a few people who are angry that this got put in, and I can certainly see where those people are coming from. It's kind of frustrating to see, like, priority being put on something like a van when, you know, the game has a bunch of flaws still, but, you know, that's what the devs are doing, I guess, so that's what we get. This is the other units, the crime scene investigation units, so another van. This one's a little bit different. doors and stuff, I guess, still aren't animated on here. They weren't before, but I hadn't tested them out. I didn't even check on the other van, now that I think about it. But, you know, once again, there isn't any point to these vehicles. They're just there for eye candy right now, at least. You know, later on they'll have a purpose, but not much you can do with them at this moment in time. We've also got sort of the first police precinct or whatever has been put in. It's, I guess, the 14th precinct is what it's called, but you got that. That's, I guess, supposed to be this building right here, but it'll probably be this empty lot will actually be a police station, or like this will be converted and this will be like their parking lot or something. I'm not sure how that's going to work. That's a long ways off. So, yeah, I mean, I've shown off the city with all the stuff before. We've got, you know, the weather elements and all that stuff, and time tends to go by pretty quick, so we're actually going to take the time progression. I could put it on system time. System time's pretty good. Oh. Apparently if it's on system time, it's going to start raining. Oh, didn't let the game's just doing it itself. It was funny though that it triggered like exactly when I changed. But I prefer none just because I can control it. It's not going to change. City's okay at night. I actually don't feel like it's dark enough sometimes, like to justify flashlights and stuff. But there is seasons, but they don't actually seem to do anything. I'm not sure if they're supposed to change the lighting or what, but yeah, they don't do much. Hopefully one day, someday in the future, maybe like if you change, like select winter, it'll put like snow on the ground or something. You can affect the rain and stuff. We just switched to heavy rain. You can hear it getting heavier. There's snow, so you can't actually make it snow. Real light snow here. It's little snow, snowflakes and stuff coming down. You have to be up a little ways to see them. If you're down on the ground, you don't really actually see them at all. I guess you kind of do. Just depends on where you are. But, you know, it's summer, so let's go ahead. Let's get the clear skies. Let's get this off the screen. We got our first call. Let's also get the, oh, shoot, the unit customization is there. There we go. So Harlem River Drive, respond to Manhattan, box 1491, Harlem River Drive, 5th Avenue. Truck and contents on fire, 2 units responding, engine 30 and ladder 75, so they're both responding out of the same house. So we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to do this. We're going to head over to this call. And, you know, something I've talked about, but it's been much improved since my last video, is they've added in AI driving units. So engine 30, we're going to spawn him in, and we're going to also respond in 75, it said. So there's their tiller ladder. We're going to spawn that in, and I thought they might change the UI for this. They haven't. Also kind of an interesting thing, if you zoom out a lot and zoom back in, it respawns vehicles. We're also going to change the traffic, if I still can do that. We're going to just bring it down to like moderate traffic, because I think it's probably at like a heavy traffic right now. Let's get our units rolling here. So you click on a unit, and then you basically get 2 options. You get to move them. We're close enough, or there's some weird sound stuff going on, that left clicking that you can actually hear the engine starts up as I click it. And then you right click, and you can hear it taking off. So 75 starting up, and we're gonna put them in front. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get through there. Traffic's blocking things up. They're quite loud, even with the sounds turned down. Oh, sound went back up to master volume. That's why. But yeah, you can see that's not perfect. Oh, that's just terrible sounding when you. If you're gonna stick with them, it sounds really great. But if you're like floating in and out, like I'm doing, it sounds really bad because it kind of like warps the sound. But you can see there is a little bit of issues here. 75 was pushing, and I just zoomed in way too close. And as I zoomed in, see, when I'm zoomed out like this, traffic despawns for the most part, like a little bit spawning here closer to the camera. but when I zoomed in, traffic spawned everywhere, and that really kind of hurt the apparatus. So it's kind of a weird thing. It's a weird effect to be sure. Traffic spawning in behind him. Thankfully, it didn't screw him up. So I made the mistake. I zoomed in. So that's something to be aware of. Hopefully it does fix that. Hopefully that, like I'd imagine that's probably because you're having to generate a lot more having the camera this high up. But hopefully that's something that gets fixed. I'd imagine that's causing some sort of syncing issue for multiplayer too, or at least I would think it would. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move the tiller here just a tad bit. Just get him kind of out of the way. Where's their hydrant at? Right here, right behind it. So kind of an engine bug going on there. Not a big deal. Let's go ahead and get our turnout gear on. And we're pretty close to this, and it's not a super huge fire. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do this. We're going to take our quick attack line. And we're just going to drop it on the ground like that. There we go. So that's hooked up to the front. We are getting some frame drop here. My frames aren't showing on screen anymore. I changed something in my settings for something, and something broke. You know, you guys hear what I'm saying. Anyways, yeah, frames definitely dropping some, so this is why the optimized city is so important. Because you get in these calls, and even with it like a good gaming PC, you're getting frame drop. I mean, granted, I am also running OBS, which is kind of known that, okay, that's just not going to go back. So, fine, whatever, we don't care. But yeah, I'm running OBS, which is a kind of a resource eater sometimes, but, I mean, even then. Okay, so we got our quick attack line. Let's go ahead and start hitting this fire. Thankfully, the back doors of this truck are already open, so we can just get right in there and start going to town. I realize I'm not pumping water now, too. It just occurred to me. So it's a quick fix if I need to. You got these civilians here getting like way too close. Okay. Still got smoke in here, so there's probably a good chance of fire. Yeah, there's still some embers I'm seeing back there. Can't open the door on this big truck. Can't really see where this fire is at. I don't know if it's here on the outside or inside or where it's at. I'm thinking it's in the back there, in the back of the truck. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay, got the last of it knocked out. I managed to get lucky and hit it, I guess. So, still some embers going on. But the truck, it seems to actually be clear of fire. No more smoke's being generated. Now, I would, obviously, if this was real life and I could, I'd clear out these boxes and get all that out of the truck and make sure that there was no more fire remaining anywhere else. But that's unfortunately not viable for this. So, what do we got going? So yeah, everything was full. Guess it, yeah, it was working fine because I charged it, I guess. Okay. So we'll get that shut off, we'll clean up the scene, and we should be good to go. Now, oh, hey, there it goes, now it worked. Anyways, like I say, unfortunately, you know, once you get to clean up, you know, I know a lot of people like to drive back to the station and stuff. I was kind of hoping there would be, like, a option to return the AI to the station. That is, unfortunately, not the case. Alright, so we're going to put that back there. And then we're going to do F1, and we'll go 10-8 on this call, clear it. That despawns, so that's fine. And we're just going to hit X, and we're going to clear out the apparatus. I'm sure there's some people who'd like to see me actually, like, drive it back to the station or something, which, you know, that station's, you know, close enough that that's not a big deal, because it's just right there. For some of them, that's got to be a huge hassle, though. I would really like to see like a return to quarters option, but I don't know if that's going to happen or how that would work with like something like the tiller trying to like back into the station. That just there's just so many ways that could go wrong. So yeah, I mean we're already at 17 minutes. I mean with load time and stuff, but we'll go a little bit longer. We'll wait. We'll give it another minute for another call. You know, calls seem to be pretty random. I've seen them come in very quick, and some come in quite a long time. I don't know if there, I'm assuming there is a minimum and a maximum wait timer for calls, but I don't know what it is. Maybe go just a tad bit lighter on the traffic, just to try and avoid any issues and get a little bit better performance on the calls. Okay. What's this, guys? What's going on here? There does seem to have also been some new like vehicle models, like civilian vehicle models made. I don't remember some of these being in the game before. Like obviously the Corvette's been in for a while and the mail truck's been in for a while, I'm pretty sure, but like this car I'm pretty sure is new. This looks a little bit better detailed than some of the other vehicles in, so I'm not sure. Maybe it was, I just never really paid attention to it because it was like a four-door sedan. But I think there's a couple of new car models that they've made. Obviously, they have to walk a very fine line. They want to try and get a very realistic aspect, but you can't use vehicle manufacturers' vehicles without permission. You know, I mean, even like Humvee sued Call of Duty for using the military Humvees in their game without having it licensed. So that's something you gotta look out for. That's why you need that's why you need to have a lawyer on retainer whenever you make a game for stupid stuff like that. Still no calls yet though. We're gonna have to probably generate one, I'm thinking. So let's go ahead, hit F1, 1084, and force spawn a call. Fire in a dumpster, engines 32, 49, 66, and battalion 5. So this is the opposite end of the map from 32. I'm not sure where 49 is located from here, but we'll get 49 and we'll actually spawn all of these, I guess, but get 49 rolling first because I'm thinking they might be a little bit closer. Which ones did I say? I already forgot. Was it 32 or 30? So 32. Okay, I was thinking 30. So I'm not sure. 32 might be closer then. I know the devs have tried to keep the units like close to where they're stationed out of usually. And ladder 66. Okay. Shouldn't need the ladder, but we're gonna spawn it because that's what the call calls for. So 32, you are up first. So this is under the bridge here. Nice, nice amount of like hydrants and stuff going. This one shouldn't get too bad, I don't think. It's just a dumpster fire. And 49. Where are we going to put you? Put you back up over here if you can get back there. So now we have to wait for them to all come, but let's see where everybody's doing. So we've got 3 of them already out in the road here. So that's our 32, 66, and Battalion 5. Zoomed in a little too close there. Kind of struggling to get across the road here. They're going to go down the wrong way down a one-way street. So not perfect AI for sure. But yeah. Kind of cutting across the corner there. How's 49 doing? 49 is actually further out, but he's doing okay. He's getting along 2nd Avenue here. And he's, you know, with me being this far zoomed out, they're not running into any traffic between here and the call, so that's pretty good. He is significantly further out from the call, so yeah, Engine 32 and Battalion 5 are going to beat him by a long ways. 66 is trying to get through. Definitely some cutting across and stuff going on here. Oh, maybe not. 32 just ran into the highway. He's trying to fix it, but Battalion 5 is backed up right on him, and 66 is going to be right in there too now. Let's see. So how's 49 doing? Yeah, 49's going to win this. Slow and steady wins the race, I guess. This does not feel like low traffic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure this is still like a higher traffic setting. Isn't that a lovely noise, guys? God, what a mess. Yeah, they're stuck. So AI does have an occasional problem. I would say. When dispatching units, I would maybe wait a little bit longer than what I did if they're coming out of the same station. Part of the issue there is that when you're starting them and you tell them to move, they don't, like, the bay door has to open, so then the bay door opens and then they all try to leave at the same time, and that seems to be when they find or have like pathfinding issues. I kind of wish it was like an RTS mode where you could like drag and then command the units to move, but that's, you know, it's just not the case, I guess. So you just gotta deal with it. Maybe it'll change in the future, maybe not. It's hard to say. Once again, we'll spawn in as the driver, hit F3. Oh, actually don't need to hit F3. We're already in turnout here. Perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead, get in. We're gonna stack this bad boy up a little bit here. That's gonna be obnoxious. I'm gonna have to fix that, I think. Yeah, that was way too annoying. I apologize about that, guys. I mean, obviously, there wasn't anything I could do to stop that. I should have just deleted them sooner. I suppose there was a lot of things I could do. That one seems to be a little bit broken right now. I don't know what's going on there. I've never seen that before. Oh, uh-oh. No. I need that. stop that. Okay, well, I think we're gonna have to see what we can get done just as is. I'm wondering, this might be a bad idea, but I want to try and see if I can't get the deck on that from here. I don't know if this will be able to hit everything in there, but should have moved it forward a little bit. That would have been perfect. Oh hey, yeah, that actually worked out. That worked out great. Deck and perfect for that. So, you know, the problem is with the hose is, I mean, you get the hose and you can get in there with the hose, but you know, you figure even if you're up on the sidewalk, you still really can't get down in there with that deck gun though. You're shooting down into the dumpster. I could have placed it a little bit better, but I hadn't originally planned on using the deck gun. I was gonna, you know, obviously throw the supply line onto the hydrant and then, you know, grab either the quick attack or pull a line off the truck to attack it. But that was not necessary, so that'll work. Looks like our battalion chief's still stuck out there somewhere. Yeah, he's caught on traffic or something now. Yeah, they're trying to get through there. I don't know why they're going that way. Something will need to be fixed with that, but it's not a big deal. Alright guys, well that is EmergeNYC 7.0. It is out for a public full release currently, so you don't need to be in any testing branches or anything to get into 7.0. It is here and available for everybody. It seems to be more stable than the last time I played it. No crashes in either the game or OBS, so pretty awesome stuff. I really enjoy it. You know, bear in mind it is still a work in progress game. It's not the full release of the game or everything, and there's bugs, so just bear that in mind, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.